Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have the Cupra Ateca with us. It's a small SUV, but it looks quite nice and aggressive. It's got quite a lot of performance as well. 300 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds. So yeah, it's a pretty quick car actually. So looking at the outside, I really like the aggressive styling of the Cupra design. It's got a lot of angles and creases to accentuate the masculine look of the car. These very distinctive Cupra shaped LED headlights looks pretty good. Most of the air vents are functional. These are very large openings for the intercoolers, but unfortunately this is a fake vent. This is not functional. But overall the front end styling looks very aggressive. I like this bronze colored Cupra logo. Looks very premium, and we've got a 360-degree camera. This is the front camera here. Going to the side profile is actually quite compact, and you can see the central waistline that goes right from the front all the way to the back to accentuate the length of the car. And there's a few different design creases down the bottom here, so the side profile looks more layered. So yeah, very nice looking side profile. We've got quad exhaust. They are darkened in a metallic matte black color. The tail lights all in LED. So overall, this is a very nice and aggressive looking small compact SUV. So let's go inside and have a look at the interior. Everything looks quite nicely designed, and a lot of carryover from the outside design language as well. You can see there are some angular creases, and also on the side door card where the Alcantara is, we have this angular stitching, and also on the seats as well. Yeah, a lot of the design carryover from the outside, which is really nice to see. The steering wheel is very nice sized, nice to hold, nice leather. I like the shape of this, it's quite special, and a very large Cupra logo right in the center. So these bucket seats looks pretty good, and they are very comfortable as well. The centerpiece is in Alcantara and the side in leather. The driver seat comes with electrically adjusted controls and memory seats, but the passenger seat is only hand adjustable. We've got aluminium pedals, that's pretty good. On the door side, we have soft material here and here. The back passenger space is also quite generous too. This is my driving position, and there's still quite a bit of room, leg room as well. And the ceiling is quite high. Unfortunately, this spec doesn't come with the panoramic glass ceiling, but it does come with rear air vents, which is very good, and also the charging ports. I really like the digital dial. It's very nicely designed, large and bright, and also it's very customizable. There's a view button right here. If you press that, you can toggle through, I think there's 4 options you can choose from. So yeah, they all come with different graphics and different kind of design setup. And this button here toggles through the top menu, and this button here you can rotate through the submenus. So for example, if you go to radio, you can flip through the different radio stations using the rotary button right here, and you press to select. So yeah, it's a very intuitive system. So under the hood, we have a 4-cylinder inline-4 2-liter engine. It's turbocharged, that produces 300 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. So first driving impressions is that this small SUV feels very nimble. I think it's because of its size. It's not very heavy, it's only about 1.6 tons, and the size of it is also quite small. Pretty much comparable to a Audi A3 size. Also, it's got quite a lot of power. It's got 300 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in claimed 4.9 seconds. So the power actually pushes this small SUV along pretty well. This vehicle comes with a few different modes, from comfort to sport to Cupra to off-road mode, and there's also a snow and wet mode. So basically caters for all your driving needs and your different terrain needs as well. It's a rotary dial that you can select your drive mode from. Right now we're in comfort, so this is sport, Cupra, individual, this is off-road, and snow. So in individual mode, you can customize by pressing this. So you can select the DCC, the steering, the engine, and ACC. And right now we're in comfort mode. Feels very comfortable. The suspension is really supple. The steering is on the light side actually, but still very accurate. So if you want to drive this daily, it's definitely a good daily driver. If we switch to sport mode, you can feel the suspension hardens a little bit, and the throttle response, yeah, definitely much sharper than comfort mode. And I think the suspension also firms up a little bit too. When I'm in turning, yeah, the turning feels very good. Let's try the Cupra mode. The exhaust sound becomes louder, and there's pops and bangs, the overrun sound, which sound really good, almost like a sport car feel. Yeah, very good. And turning in, feels very sharp. The handling is pretty good for an SUV like this. And the suspension support in Cupra mode is also pretty good actually. And this is equipped with a DCT gearbox. It's a double clutch gearbox that is very quick. If we downshift, and upshift, it's all very quick. And if you drive it in automatic mode, it's also very smooth. So yeah, this is a very good gearbox to use. This engine actually has a lot of low end and mid-range torque, so it feels very pokey actually, and especially when you're accelerating, the sensation of torque that pushes you into the back of your seat is quite amazing. For a small compact SUV like this, it's actually a very fun car to drive, to throw around. This Cupra is also equipped with full-time all-wheel drive, so it's got tons of grip. You can floor it anytime, and it doesn't really lose traction at all. And also when you're turning into a corner, if you give throttle a bit earlier, it's still okay because it's got that four-wheel drive to help you pull out of the corners and doesn't lose grip. And it's also very good when you're driving in the rain and on wet surfaces as a daily, as a family vehicle. This just gives you a bit more confidence when you are driving this every day. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review of this very amazing compact SUV. So we'll be bringing you more content on vehicles like this, and also some other performance cars or even supercars in the future. So please stay tuned and hope to see you next time. Bye!